Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You are at KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday. And as promised way earlier on in the show, I told you guys that we are going to be talking all matters, young marriages and dating. And I am not alone. I am joined by a brilliant doctor. And we are going to be getting off her, learning from all her brilliance and years of experience. And I just want us to honestly just sit down and listen from her. So right about now, you guys are welcome. I said you can send in any questions you have on young marriages and dating, any sort of question. If you have one, I am going to be asking Doc. We learn, we get informed, all of us, and we finish this show better people. Yes. So I am not alone, so I want her to say hello. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
How's your Monday morning? I'm good.
It's good. Today is not very cold.
It's not, today, in comparison to the whole of last week, today is actually much better.
Yes.
Are you a morning person?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Perfect.
Actually,
We like your kind of people.
I woke up by 2.
Yes.
I've been up since 2.
What?
Yep.
You have been?
Yes.
Okay. Are we having the same hours?
But you see, I wake up very early.
Yeah.
But by 9,
yes,
my brain begins to shut down.
Yes.
So any meeting that I'll have at 9, 10, it's not very
it's not
effective.
very as effective
Yes.
as. So you slept at 9 and woke up at 2.
I actually slept at 10 and woke up at 2.
At 2.
Yes.
So since 2, what is the routine?
Okay.
Because we might just get stuck here for a moment.
Okay. As I will be talking about myself a little bit,
yes,
you will know that I'm a pastor.
Yes, sir.
And so that requires a little bit more of effort in my part as a Christian, and as a leader, in my prayer life, in my study life.
Yes.
So I wake up that time to have some time to pray, and some time to fellowship with God, and whatever needs to be done in terms of my spiritual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
That's early. You are like up 7 hours from now. Again, if you're not up, this is a challenge to you. This is a specific challenge to you. But we are very glad. We are happy to have you. I thought you would tell me 5 a.m. and I'd still be very proud and very glad. But apparently that is late. I think we are already learning things. Anyway, I want you to say hello to our viewers on this camera.
Yes.
Just say hello, tell us who you are, and then the reason for you being here today. Then we jump right into our conversation of today.
Hello, viewers. I'm Dr. Cathy Tarz, and as I've told Caren, I'm a pastor. I'm also a professional counselor. I'm a wife. I'm a mother, and I also have a lot of hats I wear.
Yes.
But the one that has brought me here actually is an arm of the ministry. Our ministry is Horest International Ministries, and it has an arm that deals with family life.
Yes.
And so the family life is where we talk about marriages. We teach people, especially young people, about marriages. And we help counsel, we help guide, we help teach people about marriages and relationship. So that's actually why I'm here, because I talked to one of you, and he was introduced to me that it would be nice for me to come and give out what I have, because it's all about giving back to society. So that's why I'm here.
Exactly. You are welcome. We are glad that you are here. We are glad that we are here to learn. I think let's just jump right in and ask, why did you feel as Horest International, why did you feel it was important for people to get to learn about marriages and about dating? Because in day-to-day life, it just feels like you want to get married. Counseling is, kind of taken lightly. We just need to go for 5-6 sessions, then we go get married. So why do people need to really learn about dating and marriage?
Okay. Okay, let me backtrack and say that Horest International Ministries is the arm. The mother.
Yes.
The arm is Matters of the Heart.
Yes.
Now, under Matters of the Heart is where we have this. And why did we feel that? It's out of my own experiences, Caren, from when I was young.
All right.
I've always said, and I'll always say, if I had somebody to talk to me about relationships, I believe I would have made better decisions.
Yes.
But then again, I think, wait a minute, my mess has become my message.
Yes.
So it's in a way,
it all balanced out.
Yes, because people are making a mess.
Yes.
of relationships as young people,
Yes.
and in the marriage.
Yes.
And we sat down and talked to ourselves as a team and said, people go to school to learn how to be a doctor.
Exactly.
You learned how to be in mass communication.
Yes, I did.
Anything that needs to be done right,
Yes.
should be done via knowledge. You go to school.
Yes.
So why can't we learn what marriage is, what relationship is?
Yes.
Because as much as a man is made for relationships, it's not a black and white.
It's not automatic.
It's not automatic.
Even. Yeah.
So we need to know the nitty-gritties, the A and B's and C's and Z's of marriage.
Exactly.
So people can stop making mistakes over and over.
Yes.
You get married, you
Yes.
divorce, you get married, the same mistakes because you didn't learn.
Yes.
You keep repeating them.
Exactly.
So that is why actually matters of the heart.
You
Yes.
you chose to talk
Yes.
about matters of the heart, and I feel
Yes.
like that is very solid, because like you have said, if you need to do anything good, you need to learn
Yes.
how to do it. You're not
Yes.
born. I was not born knowing how
No,
to do this.
no.
So that is the same importance we should place to dating and marriage.
And marriage.
So then let's start. What is dating?
Okay.
From a professional level, because whatever people are doing on this street,
Yeah.
I do not know if it is in fact dating.
Well, okay, let me say
Yes.
this. We didn't have dating until 20th century.
Okay.
If you read the Bible,
Yes.
you'll agree with me that there's nothing like dating.
Yes.
In fact, marriages were arranged, right?
Yes.
And then we came on to maybe our grandmothers, it was still arranged.
Yes.
And then maybe our fathers, maybe that's when they began courtship.
Yes.
It was all the family identifies a certain girl and they decide, okay, we love this family, we want their girl, and so they go and talk, and that is it.
Exactly.
So there was nothing like dating.
Yes.
But since it is there, we have to talk about it. And actually, dating is twofold. Because let's say, for example, we become friends and I tell you, okay, let's have a lunch date.
Yes.
That's a date.
Yes.
So there is a date whereby you're just having a fellowship or a cup of coffee out of the friendship.
Yes.
There's no strings attached.
Yes.
But when it comes to that other side of dating is when you are dating somebody.
Yeah.
So you have emotions that are involved. You have your whole totality is involved because there is something that you hope to come out of the dating.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
Because dating someone means you have your feelings, your emotions, your mental. You have a goal.
Yes.
You
that
have a goal
intend to achieve.
that you intend to achieve. And you see, there are two things that happen. When you're dating, it's either we date because we want to get married.
Yes.
Or we date and we find out we don't want to get married, so we break up.
Yes.
So in dating, you will either end up getting married or breaking up. So break up is somehow kind of unavoidable.
Yes.
Because you might decide, I don't like this guy after all.
Yes.
So let me be very quick and jump the gun and say, before you begin dating, I believe people should sit down and talk of why are we going out?
Yes. Okay.
Why are we going out?
Exactly.
I like you, Caren, and I want to know more about you.
Exactly.
And then after a few months or few weeks or few whatever, if I discover that Caren has the qualities I'd like as a wife, then we should be very intentional.
Yes.
And say, Caren, we should take it to the next level.
Exactly. So
intentionality and
important.
Communication.
Yes.
Don't leave Caren, let me use you, sweetheart.
Yes.
Don't leave Caren hanging 5 months, 6 months. Caren doesn't know whether we are going or coming.
Yes.
Caren doesn't know whether there is any future in this region because you don't talk. It is very, very unfair for anyone to either even hang, keep a young man or a young lady hanging without telling them your intentions.
Yes.
Because relationship keeps changing.
Yes.
Because people keep changing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So intentionality. So if you are in fact dating, you need a motive. You need a reason.
Exactly.
A reason why.
Why?
Do you feel like this is where we are getting it wrong on this very first step? Because we are dating out here for fun. I am hearing that being said. For the fun of it, can you date for the fun of it?
Okay. I want to say this from a Christian's perspective.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong in dating if you know for fun, if you know that as we are starting, it's fun.
It's also communicate.
Communicate.
Whatever we are doing here.
Caren, we are just having fun. I like you as a lady, and I'd like us to have, fun together.
Yes.
Fine. And we should define that fun.
Of course.
Because we are not going to say we are dating for fun just as friends, and then you want to have benefits of a wife or a husband in that dating.
In the fun that
as
you are.
Christians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so motive and intentionality and communication.
Yes.
Perfect. That is on dating. What is marriage? let's just, because I feel like we need to start from zero.
Marriage is a God-ordained institution that involves the joining together of a man and a woman as one flesh in a lifelong relationship. I want to break it down.
Yes.
Marriage is God-ordained.
Yes.
So it is not man's idea.
Yes.
It is not a media idea. It's not philosophy. It is God-ordained.
God-ordained.
So if it is God-ordained, then God needs to be involved in that marriage. And it is a joining together.
Yeah.
The Bible says in Amos 3:3, can two walk together unless they agree? So these two people, that's why we see when we are dating, we have to agree. Why are we dating?
Yes.
What is our intention?
Yes.
So it's two people who are joined together because they are in agreement. And point 3 of marriage is between a man and a woman, male and female. It doesn't matter what the world is saying today.
Exactly.
And then the fourth thing, it is one flesh. So the two of you become not me and you.
Yes.
It's not me and you against the world. It is we against the world. And that's where many of us are missing it. We get into marriage and it's me, myself, and I. I hate the way you say, I do this, you do this, you do this.
Yes.
Then that one is not a one flesh kind of union. And finally, it is lifelong.
Lifelong.
People get into marriage, Caren, with an intention that if this thing doesn't work, I'm walking out. How
I am living.
Then they miss what marriage is all about.
Yes.
It is lifelong.
Yes.
Unless, of course, there are some things that can cause a marriage to break.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about those ones today, maybe for another time.
Exactly.
But
maybe for another
it's
session.
Lifelong.
The intention from the beginning, all factors constant, is lifelong.
Lifelong.
So these people for getting married 6 months and 1 year.
Let me tell you something. A friend of mine told me that he was counseling a lady and she was getting married in about 6 weeks.
Yes.
And the lady was saying, Mimi, I'm just getting married. Lakini ikikata kuwak. My home is not far. Let's say, for example, it's Nairobi. I'll just go back. Say kutukanana. You understand?
Yes.
So that girl hasn't entered yet into the marriage, but she has already had an option B.
Yes.
You don't enter marriage with an option B. That's why we are missing it as young people.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think right there I think we could sit on that definition and just ask yourself, am I really ready for marriage? Because lifelong, life is long. Imagine if you're together for 40 years. That's long. Exactly. Life is very, very long.
You meet at 25 and plus 40, that is 65.
Yes.
So it is long.
That is a long, long life.
And we're talking about a situation whereby, Caren, you're not lovable every day, right?
Yes. Oh, it's not every day.
Exactly.
It is not
so
every
we're
day,
talking
for
about
sure.
this lifelong. Sometimes this person is not lovable. Sometimes they are not honor worthy. They are not a submission worthy. They are not everything on.
Yes.
So and the Bible is saying it's a lifelong.
Yes. So every day, even
every day. Whether you feel like or you don't feel like.
Yes.
I'm married.
Yes.
There are times you will feel like it's like, I think I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Anybody who will say they've never thought like that.
Yeah. They're not telling us the truth.
They're not telling the truth. There are times you feel, God, do I know this man? Do I know this woman? As a counselor, I've talked to so many people.
Yes.
They say, I don't know this man. I don't know this woman. I don't know who is this.
Exactly. Does that get any easier though?
Okay.
Yes.
Marriage is a work.
Yes.
You work on it.
Yeah.
So as we live together as husband and wife, I get to know what irritates you.
Yeah.
I get to know what you like. I get to know what I will say that will ignite the fights.
Yes.
So if really I want this thing to succeed, I will tend to avoid doing those things that will bring crisis
Exactly.
in the marriage.
In the marriage.
So it does get easier in terms of more understanding.
Yes.
More compromise. More forgiveness. Because Caren, if you carry this issue of siwezi samehe, you will not last long in marriage.
Yes.
Marriage is for two people who are ready to immediately and constantly forgive.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not easy, but you have to forgive because you can't move on without forgiveness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We talked about the topic today was young marriages and dating, and I want us to get back to a bit of dating. But what is the definition of a young marriage? Is there a timeline, or are some people like? I
like that.
Yes. Is there a timeline to say no? You are an old married people. Move on. Like yes.
Okay. Well, when you talk of young, they say old is as old as you feel, or so. But I want to say in this context that young, we are talking about somebody in their 20s to about 30s.
Yes.
Okay. It's because that's when the society expects you to marry.
Yes.
That's when society expects you to settle down. So we are talking about people who are in their 20s to about 30s, late 30s. That's still young.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people who are married and are in that, what is the duration of now? We got married today. We say we are a young married couple up until we have been married for how long?
Okay.
Yes.
When you've not reached 10 years, you are still young.
I am asking this because I am barely a year old.
Oh,
so let's
you're in the honeymoon phase. And honeymoon should last at least 2 years.
Ooh. I am in for some honeymoon phase.
Oh yeah, and you make sure you're giving the honey and he's giving the honey so that you can have the moon together.
Okay, all right. We are working on it. Actively working on it.
Yeah.
But let's go back in kidogo and just talk about the reason for dating. So when is a person mentally, like when can you say this girl or this boy is in a mental state, like they are ready to start dating, they are ready to try and enter into marriage, they are ready to date for marriage.
Thank you. I like that question. Okay, Caren, if you're in campus, you have no business dating somebody, and I'm glad I'm in the campus TV.
Yes,
you have no business. You know, because let's say, for example, you're in your second year or third year.
Yes.
You need to finish your school.
Yes.
And then you need to find a job, or you need to find what to do to make a living. Yes. Because you cannot marry a lady and take her to your father's house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A house that your father is paying.
Yes.
I beg. Yeah. It's not done.
Yes.
A man is called a man because of shouldering and taking responsibilities.
Yes.
So even you as a young lady, you're not ready to shoulder the responsibility of a wife when you're in college.
Yeah.
So let me say that when you have finished school or maybe about to finish, because sometimes people finish at 25, 26. That's already, you can start dating then, because you also want to open up yourself to be able to understand about dating, about relationship, learning communication skills, how to solve issues,
problem solving
skills. So that's a good time to start dating with intention of marrying. But it doesn't mean that the first person you date should be the first person you marry. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Because it's somebody you don't know. So you get to be together. And so you should always be very, very intentional. I like you.
Yes.
I want to get married. But we don't know each other very well. Can we start from friendship?
Yes.
Any relationship that starts from friendship, even if you never get married, it will not end up so badly.
Exactly.
Because we both knew that we were. But I'm going to say this, Caren. There's always going to be a heartbreak. Even when we've talked so well. Because we women, some are too emotional.
Exactly.
And even some guys. So you'll always feel, he lied to me. He wasted my years. That's why I said, you don't keep on stringing somebody along. You are dating for 4 years.
Exactly.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, that's too much time.
That's too much
So
time.
I feel with the, like you're saying, with the, if you're dating with the intention of getting married, you could break up with someone and they don't become your enemy. You know, you
exactly.
are, because we are like, well, this didn't fit.
It wasn't a good fit.
Exactly. It's not a good fit. I liked you, but a few things are not in place, so let's break this one and move on.
But don't make it 5 years down the line, Caren. It's when you're telling me that I'm not I can't be your wife or I can't be your husband.
Yes.
That's stringing somebody. That's an abuse.
Is there any timeline? Like, is there a timeline to it? Is there a timeline to how long people should date?
Well, it's actually individual.
Yes.
Okay. But I can say that you shouldn't date for less. If you are young, you shouldn't date for less than 2 years.
Yes.
Let me just say that.
Okay.
Because maybe you don't even have a job, so you're looking for a job, you're getting to know each other, blah, 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 blah. But more mature people who are already working, you can have it 1 year or whatever.
Yes.
So I can't really say that this is a must. But don't date for too long. There
are extremes to it.
There are extremes to
Just
it.
like you cannot date also someone for 1 week and now you want to marry them.
Yes, I'm in love. I fell in love the first time I saw you. Wow, 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 wow.
We are moving on. Someone is asking a question that I think fits into where we are. Wanyonyi Simiu is asking, how do you know if you have found the one? In this, because it is in this dating, what needs to tick for you to feel?
Okay, you know, all of us, both male and female, we have a list.
Yes.
A list.
Yes.
A, B, C. If you are a prayerful person, you'll have presented that list to God. And some of the things that are there, he should be tall, he should be short, Mungu atatoa. But those ones that are about character, about mannerism, about their mental way of thinking, about their way of reasoning, those ones should stay. Because you are going to be, those are the things that will make or break your marriage.
Exactly.
So how do you know? Is when you can feel, you can see and feel that they fit in, you are compatible. You can live together without too much drama. But I must say that in the first years, there's a lot of drama.
You think there will not be drama, man?
As you are trying to fit in, this is a new shoe. Even when you buy a new shoe, which is very nice, sometimes it pinches you. But along the way, it gets to fit. So you know that you have found the one when there are so many things that are clicking. And also there is a witness of the Holy Spirit that this is the one. Because we can't leave God out of this.
Exactly. Because like we have said, marriage is God ordained. So if there's anyone that's going to give you assurance, it's God. All right. I like that. I like that you talked about mannerisms and behavior, because those are the things that determine compatibility. I mean, one can change, one cannot change how tall they are, but they can definitely change how they talk. You know, so mannerisms, maybe those are checkpoints. You have already answered this one, because this one was asking how long does it take for one to know if they have found the one. I think that is answered. I feel like we need to move into this question. Someone is asking, while you are dating, do you prefer, while you are dating, do you prefer intimacy before marriage? Is it a matter of preference? But when you are dating, should there be intimacy in the dating stage?
Okay, you know, when we talk of intimacy, I get that person is talking about sex.
Yes.
That's a no. That one is not even anything we need to discuss. We can't talk about intimacy when intimacy was meant for marriage. So intimacy can only be found in marriage. When you are dating, I think the closest you should ever be intimate is hugging, holding hands, maybe a peck or two or a kiss, if it doesn't ignite the fire too much. Both of you need to be mature enough to know these are the boundaries. I'm not going to kiss you because when I kiss you, everything, my body begins to, you know. So both of you should know. But the Bible says in the book of Songs of Solomon, do not arouse love, do not awake love before it is ready. So you are not ready to have sex. So intimacy is a no-go area when you are dating. And somebody asked me, Caren, let me come to the other part. Somebody asked me, how will you know your sexual compatibility? Because I know there are some people who want to ask that question.
Thank you for that question.
How will we know our sexual compatibility when we have not tried it? And you know what? Adam and Eve, before they even came together, they had not had sex. They had sex once God now brought Eve and
Yes.
they became husband and wife. So these things happen automatically. Your compatibility is not so much. Okay, if you have what is it called, sexual sexual attraction, because
Yes.
I must say that's very important.
Yes.
You cannot just marry anybody because you like them. That
Yes.
when you see them, do you feel a tinkle? Like you got married.
Yes.
Your husband must have aroused something in you.
Yes, he did.
Exactly, and you to him. So there must be sexual attraction,
Yes.
but that does not mean you have to try the main course before
yes.
you have gone through what you're supposed to go through.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm very open.
No, it's okay. We love it now. We
Yes,
love it here.
yes.
Because that's a question a lot of young people are asking, and why not? So there needs to be an attraction, but that does not mean you go exploring.
Because okay, you see, that's why we have so many heartbreaks, because we thought we were going to get married. So I actually said, I'm marrying you.
Yeah.
We can actually even have sex because I'm marrying you. Let's see how compatible we are. That's a lie of the devil. Sex is not meant for unmarried.
Yes.
Sex is meant for those who are in the
are.
marriage. So you cannot start proving your love
Yes.
by having sex, or proving your compatibility
Yes.
by having
so
sex.
sex is not a proof of love.
It's not a proof of love, and sex can't even maintain love.
Yes.
Can't maintain a marriage.
Yes, I think that is, thank you for shouting on that one, because fact is, you are not married to everyone you have had sex with. So if it was really that much of a glue,
Exactly.
then we would all be married by now.
Exactly.
So maybe that is not
sex. That, and let me tell this to the ladies: don't think that giving into sex will cause that guy to marry you.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee
and
that
you are the one who will be left with a broken heart, feeling used, feeling abused. Whereas I always say, many times we have the upper hand. We'll say no and stick to your no.
Yeah.
I know some men say that the no, woman's no is a yes. No, young man, a no is a no.
A no is a no.
A no is a no.
A no has no gender.
Yes. So when she says no, don't insist.
Okay, so let's move on a bit.
Yes.
Why are women? Why are women not persevering in relationships?
Yes. Okay.
Or young people. Let's
people.
just put them all together.
Because it's not about gender.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very true. Young people are not persevering because, first and foremost, they did not know the purpose of that marriage. They did not have the right reason entering that marriage.
Yes.
They entered marriage for flimsy reasons. And number 3, they were not committed to the institute of marriage with the fear of God.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, you work in this institution.
Yes.
In KU TV.
Yes.
If you have a beef with you are not going to leave because you are in a disagreement.
Yes.
You will find a way
exactly
to work together.
Yes.
Or to work together but not in agreement.
Yes.
Now marriage also, being committed to just the two of us cannot cause us to continue having it.
Exactly.
But being committed to the institution of marriage with the fear of God.
Yes.
That we are in it because we made a vow, we're in it because of our fear of God,
yes.
and we are in it because we intend to honor God in this marriage.
Yes.
So all those reasons are why people are not being committed, not staying in the marriage. And also media has showed us a different kind of marriages.
Exactly.
So when you enter and you find that, hey, it's not all lovey-dovey, it's not all romance, then you walk out because it's not meeting your expectation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So commitment to the dating or to the institution of marriage.
Yes.
Not to flimsy feelings like she has put it. Those are not my words. Someone is asking, why has the cases of unfaithfulness risen over time?
I will put it in one sentence.
Yes.
Lack of fear of God.
No.
I'm married.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm very bad looking.
Yeah.
So
you are not.
I have from young guys to older guys who are always, showing interest. But because of my fear for God, first and foremost, not even my commitment to the marriage, to my husband, but the fear of God. What will this cause between my relationship with God? Yes. And what about the vows I made between myself and my husband and God? The fear of God is what has caused people not to be faithful.
Exactly.
It's that is it.
Yes, because like in the scene, there is an increased number of even non-believers still getting married, and we have said marriage is God ordained. So now when we have people who do not even believe in the existence of God, there is bound to be unfaithfulness. There is one more that I'd like you to pick before we go to the last one. Do you think it is wise, because I feel this was personal, do you think it is wise for someone to get back with their exes even when they have moved on and are in a good place?
Oh, okay. Why did you leave your ex?
In the first place.
In the first place.
Yes.
And have things changed?
Yes.
That you feel that I've healed, yes, but I believe that the mistakes that cost us to, or whatever cost us, is something we can handle,
yes,
and we can move on, fine.
Yes.
We can. But if the situation or the things, the issues that cost you to part, they are still there. Maybe it's character, maybe it's lack of respect, maybe it's lack of all these things. That maybe the man did not treat you well, or the lady did not treat you with respect. And yes, now you're in a good place. That means you've healed, and you've moved on. Why would you want to go back?
Yes. If things have not changed, why would you? Last one, because I want you to make your final remarks for today, but I feel like we should come back here and just disseminate this topic. Someone has asked if you have a book about relationships.
Oh, actually,
yeah,
I left it.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
but you do.
I'll leave you my contacts.
Please.
Actually, mine is not yet published, but I have a book on dating and courtship. A very, very nice book.
Yes,
that will talk about relationship as Christians, and dating, and even healing, getting over rejection, heartbreak, and all that. Yes, we do have a book.
So there is a book that can address that. So I hope by the next time you come, or by the next few couple of months, we'll have published that book, because I feel we need you in a book so we can sit down and just talk about that.
Yes, but that one of dating and rejection is there.
Is there. So that one is actually something that we can go and read, because I feel these are not things we can just talk about in 30 minutes. I want you to talk to young people in finality, in a nutshell, those who are dating and those who are in young marriages. What do you think they should do in order to do it right? Because we are here to just tame things to be done right.
Right.
Yes,
okay. I want to say this from my own experiences and from my work with God as a counselor and as a marriage counselor.
Yes.
Marriage is good.
Yeah.
Marriage is good because it was God's idea, and our motto is love. Love is worth fighting for.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing to have somebody who loves you just for you.
Yeah.
With your bumps and balls, your beautiful and your ugly parts, your good and bad parts. It's a wonderful thing.
A nice thing.
And that's how God created marriage. So in spite of what is happening, in spite of the unfaithfulness, in spite of the heartbreaks, marriage is worth fighting for.
Yeah.
So if you are in a marriage and maybe it's not working, maybe things are so hard, can we go back to God and ask him how it's going to work? And knowledge. Let me throw a challenge to some of us who are married.
Please. Yes.
When was the last time you read a book about marriage? When was the last time you went to a seminar or a luncheon? By the way, we do hold luncheons or dinners for couples. When was the last time you attended that to enrich your marriage? We have to have knowledge if we are going to make it work. For those who are dating, date in the confinements of the fear of God. Don't allow the media and outside influence to cause you to live a life that doesn't honor God, because it's a seed you are sowing that in later years might not be a very good product that will come out.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you promise that you will be back here when we have a bit of more time?
Yes, I promise.
Because I feel there are many more questions to answer. There are many more topics to go around. Yes. Like we can just specifically just pick dating or pick young marriages and what we can do, right? Because I think all of this is in trying to make us do the right thing.
Yes.
And trying to take us to the correct path. And I think we need that conversation once again. So Doc is going to be back and we are going to have that conversation once again. We are going to talk. There's a lot that we can talk just about dating, just about marriages, young marriages, older marriages. We can have all those conversations all day. So thank you for making time today. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I think the thing we have picked is that marriage is one, God ordained. Number two, arm yourself with information. Like knowledge is power. So if you can have the knowledge, then you can know how to do these things right. We're about to close because we are done. We are at 58 minutes past 9 a.m. That means we're just 2 minutes away from 10 o'clock. But we are grateful. I hope that you have learned as much as I have learned. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, Gallery, for your participation, in giving us your questions. Thank you very much. It's an honor and a pleasure. I'll see you guys next Monday, same time, same place, same amazing show. And we are going to have a continuation of this conversation. So whichever questions you have, yes, please, your YouTube channel is
Dr. Cathy Tarz.
Dr. Cathy Tarz.
Yes.
Cathy is Cathy. Tarz is TARZS.
Yes.
Okay? Dr. Cathy Tarz. Follow her YouTube channel. You can have all the time you want and all the information you need and all the answers to the questions that you need. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honor and a pleasure. See you next Monday.
Moyoni nakesha ngoma, kwa subira nimengoja, penzi hili la thamana. Tangu tulipokutana, nafsi zetu kapatana, na ni mbali tumetoka, tangu kuchumbiana. Siku yetu imefika, hakuna atayezuia. Ajalie Maulana, pete tutavishana.